What's up, YouTube streets? What's up? Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the chat. This is your homegirl. Uh, Barbosa. Arabia Barbosa. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the YouTube streets. The 914, Westchester County, New York, coming to you with another live video. Shout out to the chat. 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 Oh. Oh my God, that song is in my head, you guys. That song is in my head. Just certain tunes that you just can't turn off. You know what I mean? Even if you want to. I don't care how often I hear the song, how often I hear the tune, the drum beat. That shit stays in my head. Shout out to the chat. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So, yesterday, yesterday was Saturday, today is Sunday, and it is what it is. Shout out to the YouTube shit. I'm just gonna come out and say it. I'm gonna come out and say it because, for some reason, nobody wanted to hear what I had to say yesterday. There's certain people in this sector that got problems with other YouTube creators that I don't have an issue with. I don't have a problem with. Matter of fact, the people that they got an issue with, it is what it is. Life is life, and you go through things. And one thing I've learned in life, you're not everyone's cup of tea. Let's say that again for the people in the back. Not everyone's cup of tea. I know I'm not everybody's cup of tea. I'm not here for everyone to like me. I'm not here for everyone to love me. I have a few people, a chosen few. A chosen few. And I think I explained certain things before in videos in the past. And when I like somebody, okay, and I respect somebody, okay, I don't care about other people and how they feel about that person. When I like somebody and when I, really respect you, that's just the way it is. And I love people when they're honest with me. I love people that got courage. They can actually speak up. You know what I mean? Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the YouTube streets. Certain things have happened in the past, and it's none of my business as to why people were motivated to do certain things to me in an indirect way, or to side with somebody that I had issues with. You know what I mean? There's one thing I've learned about these YouTube streets. You can run into issues with people, problems with people, but if people are not stopping you from breathing, eating, living, and experiencing life on a full scale, you're able to enjoy your health. You're able to enjoy your freedom. You're able to enjoy your family. You're able to enjoy your friends. Nothing else should matter. And there's been a few people in this sector that I like and other people don't fucking like. There's a few people in this sector that I like, that I respect, that I enjoy, And there's some people that don't like those people. And this is, I hate to say it, but this is why sometimes I don't want to support nobody. I don't. Because sometimes when you support people, they actually think, oh, X, Y, and Z. No, I'm not going to feel like the way you want me to feel just because you got an issue with a person. A couple of years ago, and I'm going to bring up this point very quickly. A couple of years ago, Eartha Kitt was invited to the White House to meet up with Lady Bird Johnson and to have the luncheon with other women that was a part of that little circle. Lady Bird Johnson asked Eartha Kitt what she thought about the Vietnam War. Now, Eartha Kitt was not for the Vietnam War, and Eartha Kitt spoke up and she said so. She said so. And in her doing that, what happened? Lady Bird Johnson started crying and acting like what Eartha Kitt said had really hurt her feelings and had offended her. So what ended up happening? President Johnson, who was the president of the United States at that time during the Vietnam War, had blacklisted Eartha Kitt. She was blackballed from working in this country. She could not remain in the United States anymore because of her opinion. Do you know what it feels like when the government comes for you? When the government has a file on you? When a government bugs your home, threatens your friends, tells everyone not to hire you, not to deal with you, to cut your money off, to stop you from existing and living. If you don't get cut off from living your life, ain't nothing really happening. Ain't nothing really happening. Shout out to the chat. So what did Eartha Kitt do? Eartha Kitt packed her bags and she left the United States. She didn't stay away one day. She didn't stay away 3 months. Eartha Kitt was in Europe for years. And she was there for quite a while. I can't remember exactly the number of years she was in Europe. She toured the world. She went where the people accepted her, where the people loved her, where the people wanted to be around her. Sometimes you have to surround yourself with people that want to have something to do with you. When I first entered into the world as a baby girl, I was okay. I was okay until it was decided I wasn't okay anymore. I couldn't stay with my own original family. I got separated from them for 28 years. I didn't lay eyes on some of my relatives until I was 30 years old. And even after I met my family, I could never build a bond with them because too much time had passed. There was no way we was going to catch up. So I stayed realistic. I stayed in touch with my grandmother. When I was in New York, I visited with my grandmother. When I came back to South Carolina, I called my grandmother every month, twice a month. I grew up without a mother. Those people that raised me, they wasn't my parents. They didn't really want to have nothing to do with me, nothing to do with me, especially after I got grown. And I don't fucking blame them. That is why I call myself Arabia Barbosa, the BT 1000. Sometimes your own family don't want to deal with you. Sometimes your friends stop liking you. Do you know how it feels to wake up in the morning and you thinking to yourself, well, nobody really likes me, so you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to, sit over here in the corner and cry to myself and, complain to other people and, shout out to the chat, shout out to the YouTube streets. It really hurts my feelings that people feel the way they feel. I understand the feeling. But all roads lead back to Kwame Brown about everything that is wrong with this fucking sector. I said it once, I said it twice, I said it 3 times. That man did not come to this to help anybody, to uplift anyone. He came to judge, to drag, to destroy, to dox, to exercise people. He came to blackball people. He came so others might feel rejected. But you have to understand the whole story, because what I have found about Kwame Brown, the troll, the pathetic dweeb, the piece of shit, the jerk, the weirdo, the creep, the macundo, the payaso, the mentiroso, the vatos, the pendejos. I found that he doesn't remain loyal to anyone unless they make the conscious decision to kiss his motherfucking black ass. And let me tell you something. We got a lot of women in this sector that are la negra tiene tu pao. La negra tiene tu pao. We got sisters that got their own swag. They got their ups and downs, but they also got their swag. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the YouTube streets. That's one thing you're going to learn in life. If people don't want you around, they will fix it where you won't be around them. And they will fix it where the other people around them don't want you around. Yes, he does blackball people in this fucking sector. And I've been trying to tell people that for years and 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 years, and nobody is listening. Nobody's paying attention. Tommy Sotomayor said it best, and nobody was listening because a lot of people in this sector don't like Tommy Sotomayor. Tommy is 10 times more powerful on this platform and in real life than some goddamn Kwame Brown. Fuck Kwame Brown and anyone that follows him. We seen how Kwame Brown turned against Queen Regina, Sister T, Ears to the Street, Mr. Skinny, Sis, Rabbit Got a Wrench, and the Rabbits, and other individuals that's in the sector. When Sis and the Rabbits left from under the tutelage of Kwame Brown, what did they do? They joined together and they built their own shit. They built their own brand. A lot of people don't agree with it, but they did that shit. They had the nerve, they had the courage, and they was able to move past Kwame Brown. And other YouTubers have done it too. Life keeps lifing. Don't matter how anybody feels about you. There's some people in this world that don't like people with black skin, okay, blackballed. They don't like people that got thick lips, okay, you're blackballed. They don't like your bloodline, okay, you're blackballed. You're kept out of certain circles for a reason, so you can build your own shit. And if you got your own shit, then what anybody else does or what anybody else thinks or says shouldn't bother you. But sometimes certain things just can't be fucking ignored. I don't agree with everybody in this sector. I don't. I don't agree with everyone in the sector, but I have common sense enough to know to agree, to disagree, and walk away. I can still be friends with you. I can still support you. But now I got a bad taste in my mouth. I like certain people that other people don't like. And that's life. You know, yesterday, I didn't even cook for myself because I didn't have to cook for myself. I cooked the night before. I had the leftovers. I ate the leftovers. And I enjoyed what I was eating. I enjoyed the coffee I was drinking. I did. Too bad I couldn't find my snack cakes that I love so much yesterday. I couldn't find none of the snack cakes I love so much. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the YouTube streets. Good morning. I'm in the vibe right now, so I'm not even looking at the chat. I'm in a vibe right now, so I'm not even looking at the chat. But it really hurts me to know that people don't listen. People don't listen. They don't care to listen. Shout out to the chat. And sometimes what you have to understand, people that you're friends with may not want you to get along with certain people in the sector because they don't get along with them. I refuse to live my life like that. I'm going to like who I want to like. And I don't care if nobody don't like them. In the Bible, the dude named Jesus, he picked 12 disciples, 12 people to follow him. And he didn't worry about if people liked those people or not. Jesus had prostitutes hanging around him. He had a tax collector hanging around him. He had people that people in society had rejected. You're not going to be accepted in every circle. You're going to be rejected. You're going to feel that way. Sometimes a slight can last more than a day. It can last more than a month. It can last years. The feelings of being slighted and being rejected and being barred and being pushed to the side and being told you ain't nothing and I'm going to make sure you stay nothing. This is YouTube. This is YouTube. We don't know each other. And by golly, I'm going to support people that support me. I'm going to support people that support me. And I don't care what nobody else thinks about who I like. They don't like them. I like them. I like them because I see something that maybe other people don't fucking see. And we don't have to have anything in common. We don't have to have anything in common. We don't have to believe in the same things. But if I like you, I like you, and I'm going to rock out with you. I'm going to rock out with you. Until circumstances say otherwise. Until certain barriers are put up. I look at my life, right? I was evaluating everything on Friday. And I thought about every bridge I burned down, every relationship I fucking destroyed, annihilated those relationships. Can't go back over the bridge because there's no bridge to go back over. But by golly, if somebody says, Arabia, watch out, there's danger up ahead. Arabia, go and check on X, Y, and Z. Somebody might be doing something to you and you don't see it coming. I'm like, whoa, buddy. You crossing the street, you don't see the car. Someone is screaming your name. A car is coming. Get the fuck out of the way. Sometimes a person will come and push you. And they get all fucked up. They get hurt. Now what? I can't afford for people around me to get hurt. But that's life. Life keeps lifing, and you keep going, and you keep going. Even if the person get hurt or there's an injury or anything like that, you don't abandon the person. You don't abandon ship. You stay with them. Even if they snarl at you and bite you and try to attack you like a wounded dog, which a lot of people are wounded dogs in this fucking sector. I try to warn people about Kwame Brown. Nobody wanted to listen. People wanted to drink the Kool-Aid. You drink the Kool-Aid, and the Kool-Aid was laced with cyanide. Cyanide is a poison that when it gets into your system and gets into your blood, it will shut everything down, and you will fall asleep, a deep sleep, and eventually stop breathing. If you breathing, walking around, enjoying your life, enjoying your friends, enjoying your family, you can open up your eyes and you can do stuff for yourself. You good. You got everything in the world if you got your health. You ain't got that. You ain't got shit. I met my father at 30 years old. 6 years down the road, the man passed away. When I met him, he was so muscular and healthy, and he was walking around and he was doing stuff for himself. But at the end of the day, at the end of the line, the man was in the bed looking like a skeleton. I didn't even recognize him. Then the man passed away. Sometimes God can give you a gift, but when he see you don't appreciate it, he snatches. He snatches the soul of the people you love. That's what he does. A lot of people don't see that. A lot of people don't understand. A lot of people will never. People you cool with, you rock with, you break bread with, you commute with, you work with, you do certain things with, you enjoy each other. And then one day, they gone. And the person wasn't even old. The person wasn't even sick. They was in the best health. You talking to them today and then tomorrow they gone. 3 hours, they gone. 30 minutes from now, they gone. Can you hold sand in your hand without the sand slipping through your fingers? No. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the YouTube streets. We got some powerful women in this sector. And I think I've said it before, but I got to say it again. Shout out to Sister T. Shout out to her. When I first met Sister T, I didn't get along with Sister T. But then, as time passed on, there was a communication on these YouTube streets. And as time went on, I just stuck with her. There was a few times we didn't get along, we didn't see eye to eye, we got into argument. But we got over it and we agreed to disagree. This sector has done so much to try to damage people and destroy people and vanquish people. It's all about psychological warfare. Who can these enemies on the YouTubes, just like Kwame Brown, what he's doing, all he doing is go around cocotazo, 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 cocotazo. I tried to warn people. Nobody wanted to listen to me. And people keep calling this the bus life sector. This is not the bus life sector. This is Soda Nation sector. We were fucking here first. Until Kwame Brown and his goonies snatched it. With their lies and their propaganda and all their tonteria and embusteria. Embusteria means deceit, lies, propaganda. Tonteria means foolishness. Bullshit. He's playing Squid Games with everyone. I keep telling people that. Nobody wants to fucking listen. He has hurt a lot of people in this sector. I didn't know how deep the hurt and the disappointment and pain that he has inflicted on people. Until I start looking into the history of this sector. But people want to say this sector began with that loser, that deadbeat dad, that wimp, that jerk, that weirdo, that creep. The sector didn't begin with him. And there were some that wanted to be with him. They wanted to socialize with him. And all thing he was doing was using them to feel like it was time for him to live in reality. He wanted to get away from being a celebrity. He wanted to get away from the fame. He wanted to get away from everything that was isolating him. So what did he do? He came into the sector with his bullshit. Some people saw right through him. They didn't fuck with him. They didn't fool with him. They didn't stay over there with him. We had some in the sector that spoke out against Kwame Brown. And I remember one of the ones was brown-skinned lady. There was one particular evening, She said something about him in a disparaging way, and the next day she was doxxed. They did the same thing to Moonlight. They did the same thing to Soulfly. They did the same thing to a lot of people in this fucking sector. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the YouTube streets. Good morning, everyone that's in the chat. I'm in a vibe right now. I'm in a vibe right now. I want to stay on point. I don't want to be distracted. So I'm going to stay on point. I want to thank everyone that's here. And for those that are not here, I hope that you will catch the replay. I certainly hope those that are not here will catch the replay. And that's why I go to other sections of the YouTube platform, because I know this sector is filled with vipers. I know it. Ben knew it. But we got some good people in the bunch. We got some good people in this sector that mean well, but they feel pressured to beef with people and to argue with people because they see that bad behavior is fucking rewarded. You get rewards for being an asshole. You get rewards for being a dirtbag. That's not how real life works, but in a way, it does work like that. Shout out to the chat. It does work like that, because I'm going to give you a perfect example. When Susan Smith killed her 2 small sons, drowned them in the lake by strapping them in the car seats of the car, those 2 little boys drowned. She didn't get the death penalty. She went to prison. She was sentenced to life with the possibility of parole. The system, the institutions didn't punish Susan Smith. They didn't blackball her. She was able to make her money. She was able to have pen pals and people to come visit her and X, Y, and Z. She was able to enjoy that for 30 years. But deep down inside, she was dying inside because she knew what she did was fucked up. She may never get out of prison. Hell, she might get out in the next 20 years. Shout out to the chat. Because the people that are stopping her from making parole are living right now. But what's going to happen when their souls get snatched from their body, when they're no longer here to speak up for those 2 young boys? She's going to be released back into society. Watch people, and when it happens, people gonna pretend that she never did what she did. People are going to pretend that she didn't do what she did. Matter of fact, she'll make friends and influence other people, other young women. Oh yeah, she is a spirit to be reckoned with. Shout out to the chat. I'm out of here. I think I said my piece. But I'm going to look out for those that look out for me. Those that support me, that's who I'm going to look out for. I'm not going to do anything extra. I'm not going to extend myself, because every time I do that, I fucking get hurt. I get fucking blamed for some bullshit or some other bullshit getting right. And I really don't feel like fucking around with that or dealing with it because I know how my attitude is. I know how I am. And I'm out. Peace. Who in this chat? Let me check before I close it out. Breeze Omega, good morning. Lonnie, good morning. Not worth it, good morning. Not worth it. You something, man. You ain't loyal to me.